I've been asked to speak on teaching practice, supervision, instrument, and true assessment of teaching practice students. Having welcomed my colleagues to this presentation, I want to congratulate the Teaching Practice Board under the chairmanship of our amiable DVC, Professor Solarin Ogun, for another successful edition. TASWED, being a specialized university of education, has to provide leadership that is characterized by our culture and tradition of producing teachers. We should be seen as men when compared to boys. Therefore, our style of doing things must be maintained. Getting to the top is not the problem, but remaining at the top is what we have to make sure we put all forces together to do. Being a university of education, we have been doing well when we send our students on teaching practice, and there had always been good comments from various schools. And in view of this, we have to keep the flag flying. And to keep the flag flying, we have to maintain the culture of making sure that we prepare for all things that we do as we have been doing. Because failure to plan is planning to fail. So that is why all of us that are new in the system, we have to see this particular presentation as one that is very, very crucial for you. And to those of us that are blue blood, that have been long here, we have to be refreshed so that we don't take things for granted. Having said that, education is the tool of empowering the people for nations' developmental plan. And investment in education is the panacea for a nation's development. And for a nation to develop, the teacher training or the teachers being the instrument in the right place to bring about this development, we have to make sure that the training of teachers is done and done very well. Now, when we say teaching practice, in the opinion of Ijagun 2019, teaching practice is to be seen as a period that student teachers spend teaching in a school as part of his or her training, and a period of translating theories to practicals or to practice. And it's also a period for students on practice to have management experience, and a period of further understanding of the school and home relationship and management. It is a period of co-curricular exposure. And this particular teaching practice requires two types of experiences: observational experiences and experimental experiences. Observational in the sense that student teachers watch their other colleagues during micro teachings. And under experimental experience, then the intention is to provide experience for which guidance is ensured during this period. Also, teaching practice exposes students to practical side of their teaching. They're able to engage in planning to teach. They're able to present their teaching. They're able to prepare their instructional materials. They're also able to manage the class and also communicate effectively. During the teaching practice, the student teacher is able to acquire some roles that include capacity to work, then is able to build authority for himself, is engaged in responsibilities, is able to develop self-control, is able to develop the skill of imagination, competence, integrity, mention a few. Now, the effort of we supervisors is to stimulate and coordinate and also guide the continued growth of teachers, both individually and collectively, in better understanding and more effective performance of all the functions of instructions, so that there will be the student teachers will be better able to stimulate and direct each student's continued growth towards successful teaching experience. Therefore, we can also see the supervision we are going out there to do as a dimension or phase of education administration, which is between the subordinate, that is the student teacher, and superordinate with the supervisor, at providing a common understanding between ourselves. This instrument adequately well the lesson that befits that of a teacher. The total score, the total marks obtainable is 100. So if we score objectively as per marks obtainable and the marks obtained for each of in this format, we will say that what we do in Adodo will be the same with what is done in Ijagun or what is done in Ogun Waterside or Ikpokea without fear or favor. So arbitrary scoring without following this our format will lead to disparity and a way of saying that our grade is not objective. Assessment is one of the three but closely related concepts, oftentimes erroneously used interchangeably with measurement and evaluation. They are similar, but assessment is different. It's different. So, for the sake of this orientation, we are going to consider ourselves, we are going to limit our discussion to assessment. And if we do true assessment of the teaching practice, we will get the desired result. And when we get the desired result, it will help us to motivate the student teacher. When the teacher's achievement is high, he is motivated. And when the achievement is low, the student teacher is challenged for improvement. So this assessment that we are going out there to do aids good lesson preparation, presentation, and classroom management, as well as good evaluation. So this teaching practice too and the true assessment provides the student teacher opportunity to identify his strength and weakness. And through this strength and weakness, is able to improve on his efforts. Distinguished colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, we must make sure that we adhere strictly to the use of the format that has been provided, and that students are graded in line with this format without fear or favor. In conclusion, let us know once again that the place of true supervision and assessment in ensuring quality control of teaching practice cannot be underscored. A supervisor must always ensure credible supervision of students on teaching practice. And a way of ensuring credible supervision is to have a democratic supervision through the use of the instrument that we are talking about. This one will guarantee appropriate feedback. And let us know that since teachers are the agents of development, then appropriate steps must be taken or put in place to guarantee quality teacher education. TASWED has been known for quality teacher education. We as supervisors must not compromise the standard so as to remain on top that we have been known for as the first university of education in Nigeria, second in Africa, and eighth in the world. It is so lovely being with you all the while. Thank you for listening.